well, यहाँ डावोस में स्नोफॉल हो रहा है और इंडिया से हम बहुत सारे रिप्रेजेंटेशंस आए हैं और बात कर रहे हैं और इस वक्त मेरे साथ वन ऑफ द बिग कॉर्पोरेट इंडिया स्टोरी महिंद्रा एंड महिंद्रा कंपनी के मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर मिस्टर अनीश शाह मेरे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं. थैंक यू सर. इट्स ऑलवेज अ प्लेजर टू स्पीक टू यू, स्पेशली हियर इन Davos.
It's great to be back in Davos with you, Swati.
And the snow is right
Just for us.
Just for us, okay. Well, to start with, जो आपने conversations इस वक्त लोगों के साथ कर रहे हैं, the kind of mood and the setup amidst this global, volatile geopolitical tensions, inflation worries and other concerns. Where is India looking in that overall picture, and how are people looking at India?
So India is clearly the focus. India is also a spot where a lot of global CEOs, and I've been meeting with many of them over the last few days, are looking at to de-risk their supply chains. There are questions in their mind. I think there are fewer questions today than what I saw last year at Davos.
Okay.
And there's a greater comfort around India. I don't think we're completely there as yet. I think the next 2 to 3 years will be critical for us. But what we do see is the government is very keen to take the right actions to make it easier to do business, to attract foreign investment. And that's what many of these CEOs are feeling.
Okay.
So I think we're headed in the right direction.
Okay. So direction is right, is what you feel and sense. काम और करना है. There's a lot of work to be done. Policy को लेकर stability दिख रही है at least. But जहाँ opportunities की बात होती है and the areas of where India can lead, I think energy is one of the pieces I was talking or listening to. Technology, यहाँ पर किस तरीके का role है, because आपका group has presence in both of these segments as well.
Correct, and we are well positioned for both. In fact, we are the ones who should be leading the energy transition in the world. This is something that people haven't fully felt as yet, because India has committed to being 50% renewable energy by 2030.
Correct, sir.
Whereas many others in the world are still, in a sense, moving back, given the need for energy security for them.
Yeah.
And for us, solar today is cheaper than coal. So that creates a huge opportunity. We've got to capitalize on it. We have foreign investors willing to come in. Our solar business has seen a lot of interest. We finally got Ontario Teachers in as one of the marquee investors in our solar business. And I know the industry is going to get a lot more investment as well.
Right.
So from that perspective, I think India is very well positioned on energy, on technology, manufacturing as well, because for supply chains, we will need to have that manufacturing in India. So our destiny is in our hands. We've got to be able to take it forward and close.
Okay, so let's talk about Mahindra & Mahindra and understand really from how you're approaching this. Opportunity है, आपने कहा, leverage करने की बात है. The investments that you are making, I know solar की आपने बात की, but electric vehicles, I know the world, at least you've said that 50% of the vehicles sold in India will be electric by 2030. If that is a number that we are targeting, we need to really ramp it up. आपकी क्या तैयारी है? I know we've seen a slew of your products and they're looking very promising, but give us a sense of the commitment of Mahindra in the electric vehicle space.
So we're going to come up with outstanding electric vehicles. Right?
I'll hold you for that.
You can hold me on that.
Yeah.
Right? We have just announced the pricing for our XCV 400.
Yes.
The bookings will open on 26 January.
Yes.
And we are putting out 5 born electric SUVs starting next year.
Sure.
So with that range of cars coming in, there will be a choice of whatever type of SUVs people want, but the true authentic SUVs, not the smaller hatchbacks.
Sure, sure. Okay.
And that's really going to change the game in electric.
Okay, so clearly product offensive is how you will go about when it comes to electric vehicles, when I say. But the ecosystem is very critical, sir. And usko banane mein aapka kya role rahega? Because electric vehicles aa jayenge, but charging infrastructure is still to catch up.
Yes, and this will go hand in hand. As more cars come in, more charging infrastructure will come in. It will start with consumers who have charging at home, and we will help put that in place.
Yeah.
Charging infrastructure to be fully built out will require charging times to be much lower.
Yes.
Right? Today they are 45-50 minutes. With our born electric vehicles, we'll be down to 30 minutes. But even 30 minutes is not enough. We have to get down to 10 minutes.
Sure.
That's when the economics will work.
Right.
So till then, it will be a little bit of touch and go in a sense. It will be consumers who can have charging at home because range will not be a problem. We can do 500 kilometers. We can do more if required. So from that standpoint, it's taken care of. So effectively, initial is people who can charge at home.
Yes.
Beyond that will be as we get scale in electric,
Sure.
there'll be more charging infrastructure that comes in place.
Okay, sure. When it comes to Mahindra & Mahindra, and I know आपने जब से company संभाला है as the MD, a lot of exciting things that have come about, and I think what's exciting the investors is that आपने जो commitment लिया है with numbers and targets, I think that's pretty commendable. जो आपने targets कहे वो achieve भी हुए हैं when it comes to return on investment, the cost savings that you've brought about. 23 कैसा दिख रहा है? Since 22 was a very good year, even 21, we saw some phenomenal numbers. So the responsibility is only increasing.
Yes.
क्या target है for 23, 24 in terms of the growth, top line, bottom line, margins, the growth drivers for the group? Which are the companies which are, your jewels you always talk about? So उनका क्या update है sir?
So 21, Swati, for us was a year of capital allocation.
Yes.
22 was a year of pivot to growth.
Sure.
And many of our businesses have grown very well.
Yes.
Auto is a specific example, but even beyond auto, you look across businesses and they've done very well.
Yes.
23 for us is a year of scale up.
Scale up.
And it's taking many of these businesses that are growing well, scaling them up, bringing in marquee investors for some of them, as we've done for Sustain.
You've demonstrated it for your electric vehicles.
And for electric vehicles.
Solar.
That's right. So these are two big investors, British International Investment and Ontario Teachers. So this is the path for us. It's scaling up our businesses and really continuing to deliver the shareholder value that we promised.
Sure. So कौन से नए companies हैं या direct verticals हैं जहाँ पर आप focus करेंगे? See, you've put electric vehicle business in a good spot.
Yes.
Energy, you said, is on track. You've got the investors. और अब कौन से हैं which will need your hand holding and a direction?
So tractors is doing very well, but the big growth opportunity there is farm machinery.
Farm machinery.
That's where we are investing a lot more now.
Okay.
Mahindra Finance is on a very good turnaround, and we've talked about that before.
Yes.
Things are moving well, and it's on a very strong path.
Okay.
Tech Mahindra has had good tailwinds over the last year.
Sure.
Margins is an area of focus for us, and that's something we will continue to drive on Tech Mahindra. Beyond that, the big scale-up stories will be around hospitality, which is a holidays business, around logistics. We made a couple of acquisitions there already.
Realty?
And real estate. So there'll be big scale-up stories as well. So we've got an exciting set of businesses positioned well for India right now.
Wonderful. Budget is around the corner, sir. क्या expectation है इस बार budget से? Where do you see government should be putting their focus on?
I think the government has focused on growth,
Yes.
as we've seen the last few years.
Yes.
And we expect that focus to continue.
Okay.
It's about growth for India. It is India's time right now. And
We can't afford to lose it.
I don't think we will lose it.
All right. Thank you
Right?
so much. Lovely
Yeah.
speaking with you as always. Thank you very much.
Nice talking with you.